A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant policy shift, the Trump administration has implemented harsh new sanctions against Russia, targeting its two largest oil companies, Rosneft and Lukoil. This move comes as President Donald Trump's attempts to negotiate peace in Ukraine face obstacles, with recent discussions failing to yield results. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announced the sanctions, emphasizing that they are a direct response to Russia's lack of commitment to a peace process aimed at ending the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, which has persisted for 4 years since the Russian invasion. The Treasury Department's announcement on Wednesday detailed that the sanctions are intended to increase pressure on Russia's energy sector, which has been a crucial source of funding for its military operations in Ukraine. Secretary Bessent stated, "Now is the time to stop the killing and for an immediate ceasefire," indicating the urgency of the situation. He further pledged to take additional measures if necessary to support President Trump's ongoing efforts to resolve the conflict, while calling on American allies to join in adhering to these new sanctions. The sanctions arrive at a time when diplomatic relations between the U.S. and Russia are particularly strained. President Trump expressed his frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin during a meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Trump noted, "It just felt like it was time for new sanctions against Moscow," declaring it a very big day for the U.S. in its support of Ukraine. He characterized the sanctions as massive, highlighting their potential impact on Russia's oil production and revenue. Despite the imposition of these new sanctions, Trump expressed hope that they would not remain in place for long, indicating a desire for a resolution to the conflict. He stated, "We hope that they won't be on for long. We hope that the war will be settled soon." However, the administration's decision to scrap planned talks with Putin in Budapest underscores the complexities of U.S.-Russia relations. A White House official clarified that there are currently no plans for an immediate meeting between Trump and Putin, following a productive conversation between Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, which made an in-person meeting unnecessary. The cancellation of the summit was a response to Russia's insistence on retaining control over the contested Donbass region of Ukraine, a point that has proven to be a significant sticking point in negotiations. In light of this, the Senate has also taken steps to advance anti-Russia measures, aiming to disrupt Russia's ties to China and expedite the use of frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine's defense efforts. This bipartisan initiative reflects a growing consensus in Congress about the need to hold Putin accountable for his actions in Ukraine. Secretary Bessent's announcement of the sanctions marks a critical moment in U.S. foreign policy, as the administration grapples with balancing pressure on Russia while also seeking avenues for peace. The sanctions against Rosneft and Lukoil, along with their subsidiaries, are aimed at crippling the Kremlin's ability to finance its military operations, which have led to widespread devastation in Ukraine. As the situation continues to evolve, the Trump administration remains committed to finding a resolution to the conflict. President Trump has indicated that he is open to future negotiations with Putin, but stressed that any discussions must be predicated on a genuine commitment to cease hostilities. He remarked, "I have good conversations, and then they don't go anywhere. They just don't go anywhere," reflecting his frustration with the current state of diplomacy. In the coming days, Trump is set to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping, where he hopes to enlist Beijing's assistance in pressuring Moscow to halt its military aggression. Trump believes that Xi, as a respected leader of a major power, could play a pivotal role in influencing Putin's decisions. However, the U.S. president has drawn a line regarding military assistance to Ukraine, specifically in relation to the request for long-range Tomahawk missiles, citing the complexity of training Ukrainian forces to operate such advanced weaponry. As the Trump administration navigates these turbulent waters, the implications of the new sanctions are expected to reverberate throughout the international community, potentially reshaping the dynamics of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The administration's resolve to impose sanctions reflects a broader strategy to hold Russia accountable for its actions while simultaneously seeking pathways to peace. The coming weeks will be crucial as the U.S. and its allies assess the effectiveness of these measures and their impact on achieving a resolution to the war in Ukraine. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, So hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.